Oh, hi. New player in the server.
Hi.
Hi. What do you do in this server?
I'm a part of a group of players who made this server to talk about and better understand how Minecraft uses networking to run their game. This includes different network topology, hardware, etc.
Could you give us an example of one?
Of course. Such example are LAN.
LAN, lava at Nether?
Aha, no, it means local area networks. LANs or local area networks are devices in a single location, like a household or small building. LANs are very important to playing multiplayer because connecting to the same network reduces latency significantly, as opposed to connecting to a game server from different locations, like how you normally would if you played online.
That's cool. But what's even needed to run a LAN?
There are a plethora of ways to run a LAN. For example, to run a LAN server, you need to meet some requirements. You will need a host server and a local network. Host computers are devices that connect to a network and control programs and files. When gaming, they are used to provide resources or other services to other devices or users. These host computers, or host, are what the other computers connect to, so they can connect to the Minecraft server. Local network, as previously discussed, is what's used to connect different devices in a limited area. This can include Wi-Fi for Ethernet. Wi-Fi is a networking technology that uses radio waves to connect wirelessly to the internet. Ethernet cables are cables that are used to connect devices in a physical space to share resources. Wi-Fi and Ethernet are different types of local networks you can use to run a LAN server. Many other games use these types of servers too, like Halo, Call of Duty, Rocket League, etc. For better performance, the use of Cat6 or 7 Ethernet cables offer less lag and stability than using Wi-Fi. If you do use Wi-Fi, make sure that they run 1 gigabit per second or higher for smooth gameplay.
Oh, neat. I didn't know that. Thanks for the tip.
No problem.
We aren't as advanced as you, though. How do we even begin to set up a LAN?
I don't know much, but I bet my friend could show y'all. Follow me.
Whoa, what is that?
It's just my red and sticky piston contraption of walking armadillo. Simple, really.
Never mind that. Hey Mumbo, could you explain to them how to set up a LAN?
Yeah, of course. In order to set up a LAN for gaming, you will need to follow a set of steps using the aforementioned utilities. Make sure your internet is stable before starting. 2. Open the game and choose which device will be the host. 3. Connect to either Wi-Fi on the host computer or attach Ethernet cables to the host and then to connect other devices. 4. Make sure all devices are connected to the same local network, Wi-Fi, Ethernet cords, as the host computer. 5. Press play and have fun.
Can we see what that would look like?
Of course. Here is a diagram to help you visualize. 1. Make sure your internet connection is strong before starting. 2. Open the game and choose which device will be host. 3. Connect to the Wi-Fi on the host computer or attach Ethernet cables to the host and connect them to the other devices. 4. Make sure all devices are connected to the same local network, Wi-Fi or Ethernet cords as the host computer. Press play and have fun. You can imagine the first model as setting up a LAN by using Ethernet cables to connect to the host computer, while the host is connected to the internet. The second one demonstrates all the devices connected to the internet on the same Wi-Fi, while the host computer runs the server for all of them to run on. Keep in mind that you can follow this process with a plethora of different games, as well as using different devices like consoles for setting up gaming LANs. I would personally recommend using computers and routers specifically designed for gaming to reduce lag. And remember to use tools like Ping to check for latency and speed.
Even if we had all those things, how could we go about checking for connections in the first place?
You can just make sure to keep a stable connection to your gaming server by assigning static or dynamic IP addresses. IP addresses are a string of characteristics for every device to help communicate with said device over a network. IP addresses are a string of characteristics for every device to help communicate with said devices over a network. Dynamic IP addresses. Default settings. Most routers will assign an IP automatically. Static IP addresses optional for more control over network management, especially if using a server for hosting. I would recommend using static IP address as they help the gaming devices from conflicting. You can assign these IPs by going into the device's network settings and manually assigning an IP address within the same subnet as the router. A router is a device that connects multiple computers together, allowing them to communicate by sending data to their intended destination. A subnet is a smaller network within a larger network. You can also configure your gaming devices to these LAN server by opening the world you want to play on the host device, pressing ESC on your keyboard to access the pause menu, then selecting Open to LAN. After doing so, your LAN server will become visible and accessible to other gaming devices on the local network, allowing them to join the host computer Minecraft server.
Thank you, we should know how to set up a LAN gaming server now.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait a minute now. Do you guys even know what to do if the connection between your devices or the server falter?
He's right though. Testing your connections after creation is always the most important part of creating a LAN gaming server. Doing so helps make sure that everything is and stay running smoothly. On each device, check the network settings to make sure they are connected and receive an IP address. Using certain tools can make testing connection a lot easier. Tools like ping traceroutes and speed test be used for testing pretty accurately. Use the ping command EEG ping192.168.h.h to test if each device can communicate with the router and other devices. Ping is a network tool that measures how long it takes for a message to travel between two devices. Use the traceroute/traceit command followed by the target IP address to allow you to see the network path to reach that destination. Traceroute/traceit, a network diagnostic tool that shows the path data takes from a source to a destination on the internet. Use the speed test/speed-CLI command to run a speed test to test internet speed. Speed test measures how fast your device can send and receive data over your internet connection. All of these commands can be used on your devices to help you with testing your connections. If you are having trouble on different types of devices, don't worry because all of these commands can be used on console, computer, etc. If you are still having issues, try troubleshooting. You could try checking for network congestion disconnection. Any unused devices or applications. Make sure cables are securely plugged in and that there are no loose connections. Ensure all devices are on the same network and check that the router or switch is functioning properly. Restart the router or switch if necessary. If using static IPs, ensure there are no duplicate addresses in the network. Remember that you can always optimize your game in your settings to keep it stable. Do whatever you need to cater to your gaming needs, and that should be just about everything.
Thanks, Mumbo.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
We've learned so much about how to set up a LAN gaming server.
Yeah, we've learned the benefits of LANs over multiplayer servers, learning that they have less latency and the needed equipment to run a LAN like Ethernet cables and stable internet.
Yeah, not to mention how to set up assigned IP addresses, how to configure and set up our devices, as well as how to fix and test if everything is running smoothly.
Thanks so much for all the recommendations and tips. I'm going to go make a LAN server now. We can't wait to hear about it. Don't forget to come back and help teach new players.
We won't. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Eman the Goat.